Hi guys, how are you? Hi Perry.
Hey, what's up, Sherelle? Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday.
Hi everybody. Now I wasn't going to come on today. Uh, Today I was going to take some days off. I haven't been off in a minute, and we've been traveling and all that, and I'm just tired. But I guess a lot of people was sending Perry information on this Shirley Strawberry no good husband update. And so Perry
Yeah.
started digging into it and he started getting, oh my God, so much information. We got to go live with that. And right before I came on live to talk about that, we were going to talk about one subject. I had to add on a couple more subjects because I want to talk about Madonna. Really, really sick. Do not listen to them when they say she's doing just fine. Not true. Also, Peter Thomas. Let's just start with Peter because you can't never have too many good Peter
Hey,
stories.
Sherelle, before you start, let me give people a reminder because a lot of people either you hear now or you join later because you didn't get notifications. Hey, an easy fix is go to Sherelle's page, unsub, sub back, then go under the notification bell and hit all, and that should fix the problem. And at the same token, when you enter the live today, if you don't mind, can you hit the like button? It does this video a whole lot of justice. And Sherelle, is it on subscribers only?
Oh, no. Let me do that
Okay.
really quick. You have to talk me through this. Literally, I am tired.
No, I'm with you. Let's go with it.
Yeah. Perry can do a whole bunch of things at once. I need some days off. I'm very, very tired. So hold on. Let me do that right about now. Okay. It's very, very interesting what we got going on today. Hold on. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, you guys. So let's start out with Peter Thomas because we've been following this story for quite some time. Remember, I was doing the story about how he has stopped paying his employees, and then he tried to frame the office manager and tried to say that she wasn't paying people and that she was stealing. Was it wine and stealing? And
Yeah, he blamed everything on this ex-convict. Everything. Not paying the employees, not paying the parking lot attendants. He did it all, people. I'm telling you, like, this when you know you got a fraud. See, Peter, I've been nice.
Oh, Perry.
All right.
We're gonna leave Peter alone today. You are messing with Peter. You're holding a grudge to
If
Peter.
you're gonna be successful, stay in business. I mean, look, let's keep it real.
Oh
Like
my
I'm
God.
saying, no shade, but don't brag about what you got if you can't keep it.
Okay. Let me say. Okay, he's being evicted from his restaurant Bar One in Baltimore. It's in Baltimore, down by the harbor, I believe. Peter is known not to pay his bills. Are we shocked? No. Do we care? No. He's always not paying his bills. He's always getting sued. He's always running his mouth. Now, Peter, I want to be down with you, because, but I'm not blind. Okay.
Right.
You're not paying your bills. You're not paying your employees. And the woman, I can't remember her name. Gosh, what was her name? Not the manager, but the woman that started it all.
Right.
Remember her name.
I can't remember her name either. Like,
People have go to work
to
for
make a living.
survival, Peter.
Right. Like he owned the restaurant to make his money, what he can do the fine things in life. Pay your employees. That's all we ask. I mean, it's a damn simple thing to do. They work, you pay. When you give up food, you get paid for it. A high ass amount, but you get paid for it. I'm just simply saying, look, no shade to nobody. A bad deal is a bad deal or whatever, but don't act like you're so successful and you can hide from these things. Yeah, you can come out and say, "Oh no, that's not true." I'm paying my employees.
Okay,
But when
okay,
that,
period.
when that big E come for eviction show up on your door, you can't hide from it. Now it's out here in the opening.
You sure you don't have a personal grudge against Peter?
No, I mean a little bit I do because like I was on one show one time and I was just talking about some things and I used the B word. He defended that more than he defended his own businesses.
Right? And I'm you sure, are messy.
I'm sure it was a lot of B's that was asking for their paycheck, and he blew him off and didn't give it to him.
He cussed you out something good. Do you remember that, Peter? You cussed my husband out because
and he tried to play me like he was some damn bishop or something. Come on, homeboy. I mean, look, yeah, bad choice of words from me, but you not paying these young ladies for working all night for you is way worse.
Okay, stop, Perry. Because do you guys notice this in the chat? Perry says the most ridiculous things. He says what he wants, how he wants, cuss people out, and they always say Sherelle did it. I am telling you right now, you're going too hard on Peter. Ease up just a tad, okay?
No, this is personal between me and him from how he tried to play me. If you could come out on the word I said and come and act like, oh, I'm beneath the earth because I said this word. Yeah, bad choice of words. But you not paying these employees, paying your lease is bad too. So eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Let this motherfucking monkey get loose.
You're clowning. That's why you laughing. I see you laughing behind the soda. You're laughing. Peter, I mean, you set yourself up. If you're going to drag people, then pay your bills. All right? I got to stand by my husband. Pay your bills, and we wouldn't be talking our shit.
Stay off the front page.
Yeah, pay your bills. Peter, so I guess bar one, you got to get out. Stop hanging in there. Get out this weekend, and then we'll report at least he left early, okay? But right now...
They said immediately. If you can't fly out, jump off the
Perry.
bridge.
So Perry just admitted he's a little salty with your ass, and nobody will be talking about you if you pay your bills. Stop setting people up, making it seem like it's everybody else. It's you. Pay the bills, okay? You didn't even pay Cynthia. Child. Girl, Cynthia, I can't feel sorry for you. Shit. Oh, I can't, Perry. Okay, so that's that. I want to also talk about Madonna really quick. Now, I understand this is an old woman subject. My son doesn't even know who the hell Madonna is.
No idea.
But back in the day, I would say if you're 45, how old would you have to be to know about Madonna? Like,
I would say probably, maybe you could be 33.
No, I don't. 30-year-olds, they don't know about Madonna.
No. Maybe, because, I mean, they watch some stuff, maybe 33. I mean, because our youngest son, when you say McDonald's, he said McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he get all confused.
Okay, for all the old people in the chat, okay, ain't nothing being wrong with Team O. If you old in the chat and you know who Madonna is, it's not looking good. So they took Madonna to the hospital yesterday. First, they found her unresponsive. And I'm going to take that to mean unconscious. They took her to the hospital for a serious bacterial infection. And TMZ was like, she's doing better and stuff like that. Well, and I have been hearing the rumors that no, she's not doing better. She's very, very ill. And so then she went home. And I think it's because she has this upcoming concert and she doesn't want to scare everybody. But if you're sick, you're sick. Tooth for a tooth. My. Ooh, she is messy. Anyway, so they're saying that she went back home, but they're saying that she's bedridden. She's very, very ill. Her family's coming to see her. Now, my family don't come see me for the flu. They just don't. Or an infection. Maybe I get a UTI or something. They're saying that this is much worse than she's letting on. And when you're older, she's 64 years old, you don't bounce back as quickly. Madonna, get better, and we don't, we all get older and you have to slow down. She was getting ready to go on tour. And she does a lot for a 64-year-old. She does a lot to her body for a 64-year-old. Like, do we really need BBLs at 64? I don't know.
No. I mean, maybe a little bit more rest. But no BBL. We don't need none of that. No freaky shit.
Perry, we better be nice on old people. We're senior citizens, technically. Well, you are.
Yeah,
you're
right.
Senior citizen.
And we're not getting BBLs neither.
are messy in the chat. Y'all are messy. They are messy in the chat. All right, so let's do the story that you came on to talk about because it is a lot going on. Let's talk about. It's crazy, isn't it? Crazy.
It's out there.
It's really out there. Let's talk about Shirley Strawberry. Now, if you don't know who she is, she's a co-host on the Steve Harvey radio morning show. I've been listening to Steve Harvey for decades, huh?
He's wearing Huggies, yeah.
I mean, for the longest time, I didn't know what Shirley looked like. But
right. You just hear the voice, yeah.
I didn't know who she, and I don't even know if she is a full-blown celebrity. I don't know at this point. I don't think so. I don't even think Nephew Tommy is. Just Steve. I mean, we know these people because we listen to the radio station, but I ask anybody else say anything else about Shirley Strawberry, they don't know who she is.
Right. They don't listen to the show. It's one
they
of those
don't.
things, yeah.
She's a radio talk show host. So up front, and then I'll work my way backwards. Her husband went on bond hearing a couple days ago, and that was because he allegedly, child, this is a mess. He allegedly is being charged with theft by deception. Let me put his picture up here so you guys don't know who he is. Theft by deception. He's also a felon. Theft by deception. 3 counts of conspiracy commit a felony, theft by taking, theft of services, and sexual exploitation of a minor. Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of out there.
The minor thing is probably what made Perry follow this story down. So he found out a lot of stuff. Okay, let me start with a precursor. The rumors are that Shirley Strawberry is a very lonely woman that prayed for 5 years for a relationship. She prayed God to bring somebody in her life. Yeah.
She probably cursing him now.
So allegedly, they're saying that he is good friends with Steve Harvey. Now, Steve Harvey didn't intentionally introduce these two. They met at a party that he had that way, and they talked and whatnot, exchanged numbers. But he takes credit for putting these two together, which is weird because they said he's known him for years. Now, if you know somebody for years, are you automatically, is it your responsibility to dig into their past? I'm going to give Steve a little pass, but the public is saying you had to know about this bum before he even married Shirley. I don't know.
He probably used to cut Steve hair at Ernesto Cuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the barber shop.
But anyway,
and became friends with him and shit like that,
Right, and he has to know something about this man. So anyway, he even walked Shirley down the aisle. Okay, so this man is being alleged that he's with Shirley for clout. He's a full-on criminal. He's been to jail before for fraud and armed robbery.
No, yeah, I know. My.
Armed robbery. He alleged has a girlfriend and has been dating throughout their marriage. They got married in 2015. I feel like he's taking advantage of a lonely woman.
Not even 8 years, and he already out there on the wild.
Child. Okay, he started out on the wild. Let's talk about a couple of things that he did. Let's start with this TMZ article in which they got evicted for not paying their taxes. Child, I didn't close the damn thing. For not paying, not their taxes. They're late on rent. 3 months late on rent.
No. They said several months.
Several months.
Yeah, it's more than that because go ahead. When you get to the total, you'll find out.
I closed the thing. But I asked Perry, how come her rent was 12,000 a month? It was in LA, not 12,000, I'm sorry,
7,000.
8,000 a month.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And I'm asking Perry, she knows she's in the public eye. You know you're associated with Steve Harvey. How do you not pay your bills? How do you not pay your rental? Well, because you're fronting, Shirley.
Right. Uh-huh.
You're fronting. You're living a life that you can't afford. Now, Perry, and I just assume Shirley Strawberry made really good money. But even if you make good money, it's what you do with your money.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't get it. Anyway, let me read this really quick. Steve Harvey's right-hand woman on This Morning radio show was a month-long freeloader. They called her a freeloader. Oh my God. When it came to rent, and then bounced when the landlord put his foot down. This according to a new suit. Oh my, they sued them to get out. Shirley Strawberry, who appears on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, is being sued by the homeowner leasing agent, Pacific Shore Property Management, claiming Shirley and her husband were deadbeat tenants. And this just wasn't him living by himself. Okay? He lived with Shirley. So I'm confused. Shirley, I'm thinking you're fronting and posing. Okay? So right here, if you didn't know that the man was a convicted felon before, you know something ain't right when you getting kicked out of houses and getting sued. Okay? This has to be, I know you're a senior citizen, you're damn near 70 years old, but ignorance is not an excuse. And don't tell me you didn't know that this man was a fraud.
Yeah, it's
Okay?
small signs. It's small signs that she overlooked. I mean, because when your rent ain't being paid, I mean, well, I didn't know because it comes once a month, but did you know the cable was out? The water stopped running? Shit, I mean, it's signs there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most people call them red flags. And your red flags, you invited into your relationship because he already had a history of his own.
Yeah. Okay, so now you're getting evicted out of houses. You don't check his background. He shows up on the news. I'm going back slowly, you guys. I'll work my way up to the pedo stuff. I know. And I'm looking at the signs. Girl, this should have been signs that you're looking at, that you were looking at. He was on the news just last year. Let me put this up here. Girl, I can't, Shirley. I can't with you.
Mm-mm. There ain't nobody you invite for Thanksgiving. If anything, that's somebody you lock your doors for.
For real.
Dozen people scammed out of $1 million. 2 people have been arrested on a number of fraud charges.
Fox 5's Denise Dillon talked to Roswell police about the pair's extensive business scheme and why they believe there are more victims.
Police say for years these two would convince people to give them money, and in return they would help them with their business or personal goals. But investigators say it was nothing but a scam.
I would consider them fraudsters.
Roswell police say for years Ernesto Williams and Erica King passed themselves off as experts in various fields.
And they would align themselves with their victims with promises of being able to grow their brands, their missions, their life goals, their social media followings.
Detectives say Williams and King acted the part, and people paid good money for their services, but walked away with nothing. Police say it was all a scam.
More than a dozen victims and over $1 million in monetary and property loss.
Police say their investigation first started at this home on Pine Grove Road months ago. Investigators say after Williams and King hadn't paid rent for a while, detectives started looking into their financial transactions, and it led them to their extensive scheme. Police say they were convincing.
Individuals who have been doing this for a significant period of time and are proficient enough that they can make people comfortable and act against their better judgment.
Williams and King are now in jail, both facing multiple charges of fraud, forgery, and theft. Police warn if you want to grow your business, make sure you work with a legitimate company.
Try and go with very reputable businesses if you're trying to grow your brand, grow your business, so that you don't end up a victim.
Of those 12 fooled, some were here in Roswell, others across metro Atlanta, and even a couple out of state. And police believe there are many other victims. If you have had any dealings with King or Williams, call police. In Roswell, Denise Dillon, Fox 5 News.
My,
So what happened was you guys didn't pay your rent. That they start digging into your past. They find this out. This was last year. You didn't pay the rent. You've been with this man 8 years, since 2015. It's no way in hell that I'm getting evicted out of my house and I don't sit down and have a deep conversation with Perry. There's no way in hell I'm on the news for scheming people. So they set up dummy companies. One was when you people don't pay their bills.
oh no, okay. What was this damn business?
A credit repair. One was a credit
repair.
repair company. Another one was a barber shop. They set up these dummy companies for their illegal acts, and they come up with different schemes to get money out of people. And you mean to tell me Shirley had no clue what was going on? That was last year. It gets worse. That was last year. It was 2016 when you got put out the house. I'm not taking old age as an excuse, Shirley. I believe the rumors. I believe you are desperately want to stay married, that you are willing to turn the other cheek.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, like, I sort of think that she sort of know, right?
Mhm.
That's why he went into that repair credit. Obviously, he know how to do it because he a person with bad credit and he know how to fix it. And he's trying to teach others and take their money and shit. And
Mhm.
you know, it's just weird. Like, I think she could be part of it, and I think the reason why she's fronting, you know, I got him doing this and doing that. He probably got the house in some phony name of his. Her name probably wasn't on it. That's why they calling him the deadbeat.
Mhm.
And she's like, well, hey, you know what? His credit been messed up before. He got a credit repair place. He can repair his credit later. You know, whatever the case may be. There's no way she could tell me that she didn't know she was dating a loser.
Let's fast forward to 2023. Okay, because this is the most despicable of them all. Okay, so I believe it was Media Takeout broke this story in print, and then Storm Monroe was the first one to bring it to YouTube. So shout out to Storm Monroe, who played the entire bond hearing. I'm not going to play the entire bond hearing. I'm going to tell you what he got arrested for. Okay, he got arrested. Child.
You lost it.
Hold on, I didn't wrote it down. I don't know what. Here we go. He got arrested for theft by deception, 3 counts of conspiracy to commit a felony, theft by taking, theft of services, and then here is the sex exploitation of a minor.
Mm.
According to the rumors, they found some heinous things that involve children on his computer. But then they go in with the specifics, so he's not allowed to be around minors while he's out on bond or animals.
No. Where'd that come from? I mean, for real, like, I looked at all them like, yeah, you know, I get it. They don't want him to be with his wife. They don't want him to be with the alleged girlfriend. Then they added up
And animals.
or animals. Now, they got his damn computer. If they got the photos on his computer, when I'm just guessing, and they added in animals, they must have seen something, people.
I mean,
don't know
they were
what
very
they're doing.
specific. They also said he wasn't allowed to be around minors, including Shirley's daughter, Sheridan, and her children.
Right.
Someone said, not the dog. I can't.
Well, yeah, no,
I better
I'm
stop
saying, like,
looking over there.
mhm.
You got something going on. Okay, so but get this. So he gets arrested for these heinous crimes, these unusual crimes. Once they're in court, do you want to tell this part, Perry, or should I say it about the phone tapping?
Oh, this is the damnedest thing, right? Now, the prosecutor said, well, no, okay. I was reading the article and they go, oh, things got crazy. I'm like, well, I seen about the animals, but what's getting crazy? The prosecutor came out and said, hey, you know, I found this out. I tapped his phone and I got this information. I'm thinking, how can you be the prosecutor and you don't tap this man's phone and you saying it in public?
Let me tell you what I'm thinking, Perry. I'm thinking that tapping the phone means I heard through your prison phone calls. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, he's eavesdropping on some conversations that he shouldn't be privy to, or maybe he forgot that the taping was going on. Okay, so he's talking to his girlfriend, Melanie. Okay, you're talking to Melanie on the phone, and you're asking her to help you escape and beat the charges and go hide out in Florida. That's what happened with your phone call with your girlfriend. Then you called Shirley, that nincompoop. She's just dumb. Then you call Shirley. She offers Steve Harvey's home in Dubai for you to go hide out in. So right there, you know what you're doing, Shirley.
Yeah, she wanted him nice and safe, and then she can visit him once or twice a year.
You know what you're doing. You know this man is a bum. You know he don't love you like that, but you're hanging on. Because some women want to be married so damn bad, they will turn the cheek to anything. Anything to do with a minor, and you're gone. I'm done with you. Now, if you in there humping the dog too, I'm really done.
I mean, I don't think she that far, but you know, the reason why she ain't leaving, because you did say yourself earlier, she prayed for a man for 5 years before the criminal came along.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she just refused to let him go.
What else did they hear on this phone call? So he was ready to skip town, basically. I don't even know why they gave him bail. He's on a home, what do you call those things around your ankle? An ankle monitor? Or he's on one of those.
And he's supposed to turn in his passport and all these things. He's a flight risk.
He's a flight risk.
And he shouldn't be around no middle schools or elementaries and nothing like that, neither. No public libraries or nothing. He shouldn't be.
Yeah.
If you can't be around animals, his ass need to be locked up.
But get this, it gets worse than that. Shirley writes a letter to the court asking for his release. She's okay with what he's been accused of. Because if I don't even have to know for sure. If I just feel odd around you, like you might do something to my child, I'm done with you. And she has the cutest grandchild. The cutest. You're that hard up, and some women get that hard up, and you have the nerve to go on the radio and give people advice.
That's the damnedest thing. Strawberry letter. Yeah, Frank. What you should do? No, what you should do is not be taking no advice from your ass. That's for starters. Let's keep it real. Something is wrong. You know, it's one thing to play like you some kind of psychiatrist and you answering letters and shit that you probably wrote your damn self. Because she's probably confused. Something is wrong here. Nobody hang out with this kind of person, not knowing what he's doing. And it sounds like she's probably a part of it. When you trying to help him get away to go to Steve's house in Dubai.
Yeah. Let's talk about Steve Harvey. What? You giving somebody a hangout house, a hideaway house in Dubai?
Yeah.
Of all places?
It's like a halfway house in Dubai that Steve operating. He probably
and you know this man's charges is stay away from children and animals. So they tried to keep this hush. But the blogs came through.
Yeah.
They tried to say that that's not the same Ernesto that Shirley's married to. But people are getting evidence.
And his photo damn sure matched the one that was on that news article you just played.
That's him. That's him.
Yeah.
He sounds so smart. Prosecutor said to the judge, they are preparing to bring 15 more felony charges. Told y'all don't get advice from effing Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is the last person I want to get advice from. He is just not. It's just too many bad stories out there surrounding you, Steve. And now you have another scandal because the prosecutor overheard Shirley telling him you could go to Steve's place in Dubai, where his son Winton lives and lay low.
And I'm almost sure that she just didn't invite her husband to go over there without Steve's permission.
I know. It's just a mess.
Ridiculous.
It's just a mess. I wanted to show you the engagement on the show. I just want to show you this because Shirley is a poser. Shirley, you're a desperate woman that surely shouldn't be giving people advice. But listen to this when he proposed to her. He's with you for clout.
Mm-hmm.
He proposes so he could be on the radio. He wants everybody to know that you're his wife while he scams people out of millions of dollars. I messed up. I might as well go on and play it now. Shouldn't I
Go
hear
ahead and
it?
play it. And can I add on to his questions?
Yeah,
You should
yeah.
ask her, would you commit fraud? Would you commit armed robbery? See, Steve left out the most important two.
Yes, it's in Abu Dhabi. I'm sorry, you guys. I said Dubai. I get them
Hell,
mixed
for
up.
me, I thought Abu Dhabi was a city in Dubai. I don't know, but either way.
Abu Dhabi. And then I have to be done with this video when I'm done. I can't, people. I cannot. This alleged felon, this alleged pedophile, this alleged man that cannot walk past a dog.
Well, I mean, maybe it's me. Maybe I watched too much Love Out the Lockup, but I'm starting to wonder. She write a lot of strawberry letters. I wonder if she was writing him when he was in prison.
It just doesn't make sense. You're trying to keep this from the public. We would have more compassion for you if you said, I didn't know, or, anybody that does things to minors is disgusting. You're trying to help him get out of town. And Steve, this ain't a good look for your ass either.
No, I mean, you got a reputable show and this lady giving advice on your platform and her husband going wild. I mean, I just don't get it out here robbing, stealing, lying to folks. And people say, if you're trying to grow your business, do not go to Ernesto or Peter Thomas. Just saying, word of the wise.
Peter, you're never going to let Peter forgive himself for what he did to you. Anyway, this is just a mess. I wanted to play the part of the hearing, just a part of the bond hearing. Storm and Rowe played the whole thing. If you can go over there if you want to listen to it. I didn't run with this story right away because I thought there's just no way in hell that this is true. I didn't. Oh my gosh.
That's the wrong Ernesto. No, that's the right one.
I thought it was the wrong Ernesto.
Yeah.
You guys have been sending in stuff. Perry has talked about this story. I said no. But then as the stuff started coming in, then we decided to do it.
Case that came about involves, if my understanding is correct, and I don't know because I haven't received discovery on it since it hasn't been indicted, a single photograph that was found on a computer that the prosecution, well, not even the prosecution at this point, I guess it's still the police because it's not indicted.
Right here in the corner,
claimed,
up top in the orange.
my clients, and that he was in possession of either the computer or the photograph that's on there. My client has never been accused of anything involving nudity or anything else with children. One of the bonds, I believe that you signed, Judge, you tell him he can't be with his wife. I'm going to ask that you.
Is that Melody Scretchen?
No, it's the other lady, the SS lady.
Oh, Strawberry.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, let him be with his wife before we end up having a divorce matter in Fulton County. Judge, also, you tell him he can't reside. I have an affidavit. His wife is a person of some public notoriety. She asked.
And let me say this. They just mentioned the girlfriend's name. So if the judge is bringing up the name so freely, I'm pretty sure Shirley was watching this damn bond hearing.
Right. And then he tried to be cool, the defense attorney. Oh, SS.
SS.
He said Strawberry. Right. So we know who you're talking about. And now he's trying to stick up for his man. Now he's trying to fight for him, but he's not helping. He's off pace here, right? My client have never, he been accused of a lot of things, but never with a minor. Now,
Can you believe he said that? Can you believe he said that?
Yeah, I mean, he been robbing the streets for years, but never with a minor. And God forbid me, Judge, we don't want no divorce in here in Fulton County.
Can you believe
Let
he
him
said
go
that?
home.
The whole thing's a joke. It's a joke. I can't believe he said that.
Let him go home. so he could save his marriage. What about the kids on the playground?
So they said in this bond hearing, I don't know if you guys heard it, they found an image on a laptop or a computer that was suspect. I don't understand the animal thing, but let's keep listening. You can tell me to stop whenever you want to, Perry.
Okay.
She's given me the affidavit, Judge. I did not file it in because if it's filed, she likes to kind of remain private where she can.
Consider this person to be a flight risk. We have jail calls where he's talking about going to see his girlfriend in Florida.
Right there. He just said it boldly. He has a girlfriend, Shirley. Melanie. They gave the girl's first and last name.
Multiple times, actually. We have a call where he was talking with his wife about going to stay in her boss's house. I'm going to leave out all the names here.
Now, we all know Shirley Strawberry only has one damn job. Just one. What boss could they be talking about other than the man that walked her down the aisle, Steve Harvey? And who has their boss walk them down the aisle?
I don't know. I mean, it's a freaky situation. The only job she got is doing voiceovers, you know, and writing those damn strawberry letters and marrying this freak. Look, it's a lot of things going on here. Just a lot of things. Look,
it's a lot of things.
Flight risk. The guy is all this, like, but she's sticking by this man's side, people. And
Let's
you know,
going.
Okay, go ahead.
They gave the mistress name in the bond hearing. They also said she lives in Florida and she was willing to harbor a fugitive. It's ridiculous.
As Mr. Lewis did as well, about her boss's house in Abu Dhabi, which is, of course, you know, quite far away from here, quite far removed from any court's jurisdiction here. And just the general scheme.
Good evening, Your Honor. Yes, as Mr. Majeski has stated, he's considered dangerous. There are several pending warrants that will be coming out that, based on their content alone, there's a great likelihood that he's someone who commit further felonies. Furthermore, without mentioning the facts of the case in front of us, children were involved.
Hold on. She said children.
Right.
She didn't say child.
Yeah.
Let me keep. What's wrong with you, Shirley? You wrote a letter begging the judge to release him out on bond?
The state is requesting a bond, knowing that he has to have a bond because it's been well over 200 days, a bond of $200,000 per count, giving us a grand total of $800,000 bond for the case involving the exploitation. There are 4 separate counts there. As standard, I would also request that there be an ankle monitor placed on Mr. Williams, as well as that he surrender his passport, not leave Fulton County, have no internet access at all, and no contact with any minors or animals.
Damn.
No further contact with Melody Scretchen, Scretchen.
So he just said, the judge just talked, no contact with your girlfriend. Like, can you put a court order? Can you make somebody say, stay away from the side piece?
Yeah.
Can you get to put that in a court order? Stay away from the side piece?
They trying to protect her.
The side piece or Shirley?
Yeah. No, the side piece. Because they ain't no telling what he gonna do. I mean, the guy is out there for real. It's no crime it looked like he wouldn't do.
Or no dog. Let's keep going.
If you got that right on that one, that'd be a $5,000 good bond. Position 3, ending in 1078. 5,000 each count. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons, no further contact with Erica Hughley, Shirley Strawberry. Erica, let's see.
Interesting. What are your thoughts, Perry? You did a very good job.
Yeah, thanks.
And looking all that you did.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I think a person like that, really, I mean, let's keep it real. Like, just stealing and stuff, yeah. I mean, when you start with the kids and stuff like that, I mean, the hell with a damn ankle monitor, right? He may need to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you can say, well, no, well, he's not proven guilty yet, but you want him to stay away from his wife and the alleged girlfriend. So whatever you got there, I mean, the guy ain't stable. It's not like he a first-time offender. He'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe he wouldn't. He lie a lot. So
I feel like there's way more to this story. They can't keep this from mainstream media forever. People are going to start asking questions. He's going to have to address this on his show. I think that Steve knows more, that he needs to come forward and tell us how bad this man is. He's been a criminal his whole damn life. You mean to tell me you didn't know he served time in jail before?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, look, I just say this. I don't know who know what, but just because a person make a lot of money, it don't mean they ain't in no funny activities. And I ain't alleging nothing here or there. I'm just saying his wife he has now, look at her ex-husband. What did they do?
The ex?
His wife now, her
Oh,
ex-husband.
you're talking about Marjorie. You are messy, Perry.
No, I'm just saying. So amount of money, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
when you from the streets, you from the streets, baby.
And she has a weird relationship with Steve Harvey. I mean, I meet a lot of people at work, walking her down the aisle.
I mean, could you imagine your supervisor walking you down the aisle?
Yeah, and then you're older than me. Like, am I missing something here? Okay, how old was she again? 68. She's 68 years old. 68 years old, and he's 58. Ernesto is 58.
Oh, you're 50. Okay.
And Steve Harvey was 66. Steve Harvey looks really. These people look good. These senior citizens look good, but they're still old. 66 years old. He's old. 69, 68 years old. She's old. And I just feel that she doesn't want to be lonely. And when you are so desperate for a love, you got to learn how to be by yourself before you can be in a relationship.
Right.
You got to be whole before you can be part of a whole. Girl, you are turning the cheek. You are turning the blind eye. Anything to desperately hold on to this man to say you have a husband.
Right. And I get that. And I understand, nobody wants to be lonely. But being lonely is better than being homeless, because that's exactly what she'll be if she are freeless. Because either she going to end up in the clean or out there on the curve messing with this guy. That's all I'm saying. He's
bad news, Shirley. It's going to hit mainstream media eventually, and you guys are going to have to address it eventually. Let me drop the link to see if anybody has anything to say, and then if not, we'll pull a few questions, and then we'll wrap it up. Ooh, it's going fast. I think, when did this story come out? Like 3 days ago.
Yeah, 3 days ago on the 26th.
Hi, Latoya. How are you? Latoya?
Yes.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I love you guys. I love you guys, first of all. Let's just put it out there. I'm going straight to Strawberry, Shirley, whatever. The whole damn Steve Harvey show is full of crap. They all have skeletons in their closet. I'm tired of Steve Harvey acting like he's like King Joffrey Joffer. We don't respect you. You're an asshole. And your wife's a whore that's raising another whore. So, what do we
Hold on, Latoya. You say people don't like Steve Harvey?
No, we don't like Steve Harvey. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Everybody is sick. I listen to the little thought of the day. It's usually good. But anything past that, the people full of shit on that stuff. Their boss is full of shit. His wife's a whore. She's raising a whore. I mean, come on.
You just called Marjorie a whore.
I did. And she's a gorgeous whore. She's a well-dressed whore. But no doubt, she is a whore. Let's not leave that off the rack in Saks Fifth Avenue, baby. So, yeah, I just think that everything's starting to come out about a lot of people. Everybody got skeletons in their closet. I do. So I know that people with money.
Skeletons, though. Do you have skeletons that involves animals?
No, I'm not fucking with no animals and kids now. I'm not doing that. But I'm just saying, there are people that do really weird things, but people with money are strange. You know that.
I mean, not that strange. This is a whole.
You know, people with money are really weird. And Shirley Strawberry, she sit up there reading them letters every day. Girl, please, you need to sweep around your front door. Because how you just get engaged to some man calling off the radio that walked in with a ring? Steve Harvey walked her down the aisle. What kind of shit is it? You know what? I'm calling for West Palm Beach, Florida. I watch you guys every day. I sit on my bus and listen to you guys with the kids getting on and getting on. I love you guys. I love how you say what you mean what you say. If people are wrong, you'll say they're wrong. And I just love it. But Shirley Strawberry, girl, you knew who you married before. And she's sitting back acting like she don't know nothing. You know they all know what's going on.
Yeah, I agree.
They got to cover for each other, but I think Steve Harvey, he's a good host. But the more we finding out about Steve, it's pretty bad.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's not good. And I don't mess with old people, pets, and children. Like that's law. Everybody know that.
Right.
All right, that's it.
Thank you, Latoya. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
All right, have a good night.
Do the same.
Opinion, sound off. Have you heard? We all been hearing this the last couple of days. Have you been hearing it?
I did, but I didn't want to believe it. I told you. I was like, no, it can't be. Let me tell you something. I don't know what time warp we in, but I feel like all these folks are just wilding out and being crazy. Like the stuff that's coming out now, it's like it's so hard to believe, and then when you find out it's true, you be like, wait a minute, what? It's actually people. Sherelle, let me tell you. Thank you, Perry, for doing the work, because I told Sherelle, I said, no, I don't believe that, man. That's too much.
Oh, did I ask you about it? I did bring it up, didn't I? Yeah.
I was like, no, that's too much. I done told her. She was like, yeah, that's too much. I was like, no, that's too much. That's too far. I don't know. Let me tell you something. These people are strange. And if you find this strange, I guess the best thing she need to listen to is that song. If you think you're lonely now.
Oh, no, opinion stop. Opinion stop. Y'all are messy. What do you think about this, Denzel?
What's up, Sherelle, Perry, and Diva, and everybody?
Hey.
It's a hot mess. Children and animals. What the hell?
It's
we live in a strange world. This is crazy.
Yeah.
She knew about his crimes allegedly, and she got with him.
She had to. If Perry wakes me up in the middle of the night and say we gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? What's going on? Like, she just had to know something wasn't right.
Right. And not only that video that you just showed when they was in the studio, that looked so fake to me.
Oh,
and what was all that screaming about? Like, really?
I know.
Really?
She was happy. They said she was these are the rumors. She was extremely lonely. She would pray to God for a mate.
Oh, she was she was lonely, all right. She got what she wanted, huh?
Yeah, them women are very vulnerable when you want to be in a relationship. Nobody wants to be alone. I get that.
Well, she should have prayed for some discernment.
I mean, do you know what I'm talking about? You've seen the type of woman before. I just have to have a man. Any man. I'm not right if I'm by myself. Gotta have a man. And when that's desperation, when you want a man that bad. Nobody wants to be alone. I get that. But circumstances, I'm married for 30 something years. I might end up by myself one day. Perry might end up by himself. It doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
And I know that loneliness can be crippling.
Right.
It can be crippling. I think maybe, Diva, how do you feel about being, people that are alone?
You know what? You can't be that desperate. Like, I mean, come on.
Exactly.
That's ridiculous, right? So desperate that you're gonna ignore obvious red flags. Yo, this man is sick. And the first time I'm homeless, you telling me grab my 5 things, we got to go. I'm done with you. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna grab 5 things. I'm going to my mama and them house, and you ain't never gonna see me again. I'm sorry. And then you looking like a straight fool. You doing the strawberry letter, and you are the strawberry letter. Now we put nobody letter and be like, Steve, what do you do when your husband is accused of being a pedophile, of this or that and other, and he have you sneaking out and ducking out at night, and you owe rent everywhere you go? That just don't even make any common sense whatsoever. But you know what? Steve introduced Cynthia to what's his name, Mike Hill. So you
He what?
Oh my God, he did. Yes.
Steve's track record, but he's the one that wrote that book, Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man, whatever that stupid.
Think Like a Man.
Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman. That's why when my friends was like, "Did you get it?" I said, "No." I don't need no advice from Steve. Okay, I'll go on my own accord. See, people got to stop believing in these celebrities and the mess that they talk and the stuff that they write. I do listen to his show. And he on there every morning. God manifest this. That, did you help? What's the darn name? What's her name? Manifest this mess with this husband she got.
Shirley and Ernesto.
Did you help Shirley manifest this mess? It's a hot mess. He's disgusting, and there's no way. And see, this is how stupid people are. Once you behind bars, everybody, even if you don't have everybody got a friend that might have been cleaned up at one time. And you know that they record the phone call. I ain't saying jack to you on that phone. And as soon as you go sideways, I'm hanging up. They ain't going to pick me up because you behind the bars talking about help me get out. And she's so stupid. You could go to his house wherever his house is. I mean, how dumb are you, girl? This man is being accused of some heinous stuff. I'm good. I'm done. Matter of fact, y'all tell me what y'all need to know. I'll hand over his iPad, his cell phone, his people where he at. He coming back home to me, and he can go. And I know you got a girlfriend too. You have a girlfriend, and the dogs can go do whatever y'all want to do.
Yeah.
Get out of my face.
Yes, Diva. Yes.
I think the dog thing is shocking everybody. Voodoo, sound off.
Hey Sherelle, hey Perry, hey Diva, hey Opinion, everybody in the chat. How y'all doing? Everybody on the
Good.
panel. I just have 2 things to touch on. Number 1, I don't know if y'all caught this, but he has been in jail for 355 days. Like, he didn't just get arrested. He has been in jail almost a year.
No, I did not catch that.
Yeah, so I did my hood reporting and investigating. Okay. And I found that he has been in jail for almost a year. And he also scammed Charleston White, who outed him months ago.
Charleston White?
Yes.
How are you going to scam him?
Charleston White said he scammed him out of $1 million. Go on YouTube and look it up. Just put in Charleston White Strawberry.
He scammed Charleston White out of $1 million?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, he did. He said him and that woman who he's arrested with, both of them scammed him out of $1 million. And y'all should look into that. But ultimately, I'm coming on here to say, listen, this is what happens when you're desperate. This is what desperation gets you. Desperation gets you to a point where you will take any man, as long as he have the body parts and the phenotype. It doesn't matter who he is, what he has done. You will take him and you will try to make yourself better and make him better because you feel so hurt by being by yourself that you just have to be with a man. You know what I mean? A lot of these women pray for men and they pray for the wrong man because they just want a man. You're just asking for a man. And sometimes God would just give you whatever trash they got. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Because it just is what it is. He is a felon and a scammer. First of all, listen, you have to be a different level of evil to be a scammer. A thief and a scammer, that is the next level of evil. I would rather you be a robber, and I'm not saying I would take it, but it's just a different level cognitive. For you to be a scammer, you really have to be a really conniving person. And she took this man, paraded him around on social media like most Black women do and made it seem like he's this and that and he's so great and he's so wonderful and he proposed to me. I didn't even recognize his voice when he was calling in to propose to me, but that's neither here nor there. But he's doing all these things, and now it's coming out that he's been scamming for over a year. They said they're slum tenants. They said a landlord is trying to sue them for doing that, for doing all types of stuff. It's just like, Shirley Strawberry, when are you gonna write your letter? We need your letter. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need you to write your letter about your man, and then we need somebody to give you advice, because this is not it. This is not.
Let me ask you this: what do you say to women that have a crippling fear of being alone? What's your advice?
Girl, get a dog and be all right. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I was divorced. I've been divorced almost 12 years. And I was the same way. I was the same person, like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Because I was with my high school sweetheart. That's who I married. But after a while, I had to say to myself, I need to learn to be by myself and love me. You know what I'm saying? So when I did that, and honestly not went out looking for a man, I found one. He just like fell into my lap. You know what I mean? So we have to love ourselves before we can be with a man and love this man. And oh my God, I need him, crying ourselves to sleep at night. You know what I mean? For nothing, because we're going to get nothing when you do that. So Shirley, I get you 69, 75, 82. It is what it is, girl. If you have to have this type of man that's going to basically endanger your career, your boss's career, and everybody else, then girl, you need to leave him at the curb. If that's what you want, then I ain't got nothing to say about it. But that's what my thoughts was.
Thank you. Oh, Juanita, sound off.
Girl, I am just shocked. I am shocked. How can you sit up and give advice on the radio when your stuff is messed up?
Okay. Exactly.
I mean, this is just a hot mess. And I believe she truly knows. So they probably going to take her down with him. It's just crazy.
What are your thoughts on Steve Harvey? Is he innocent? I just got a bad feeling.
It's true. I've been through with him a long time ago when I found out how he treated his children. I mean, you know, he ain't right either. He try to be bigger than what he is, and all this advice he be giving, like at the end of his show, this devotional moment, and God this and God
that makes sense. Yeah, he just don't take his own advice.
And it be sounding good too, but you gotta, you know, you can't do that. If you up there throwing a rock and hiding your hand and stuff, you can't do stuff like that. You just, oh gosh, y'all just don't know, really and truly. I am just shocked at Shirley. I'm shocked. She's 68 years old. You did good, Perry, on your investigation.
Yeah, you did. Good job, Perry.
I'm
sound off, Annette.
She's 68 years old. And I'm just shocked.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm disappointed. Annette, sound off.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
I would like to say thank you for bringing up this suggestion. I mean, this topic. I cannot stand Steve Harvey. He is full of crap. He introduced Shirley Strawberry to this man. And poor Shirley, she's such a good Christian woman and had to fall for this joker. And then again, what's her name? Cynthia Bailey. He introduced them. You guys do not listen to Steve Harvey. He got a messed up marriage as it is. He married his mistress. Y'all just leave him alone. Get off the screen, Steve Harvey. I cannot stand your lying butt. Don't take care of your kids, but you take care of your mistress' kids.
Yeah.
But Annette, let me ask you this. Shirley Strawberry knows about the mistress because she wrote a letter to the judge. She knows about the mistress. She knows what the accusations are. She knows about the children. She knows about the dogs or animals, whatever it was.
What?
Doesn't she bear some responsibility?
Oh, hell yeah. I didn't know she knew all that. Oh, hell yeah. Well, she's just damn stupid.
That's right. That part.
She's just stupid.
Oh,
now, you've been married. Oh, did I cut somebody off? Who was that?
No, I'm sorry. I was cutting you off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But Diva, you've been married and you've been through this. You know what you're talking about.
Listen, you know what, Sherelle? So I had a long, very over 20-year relationship, right? The thing is that you do have to get to know yourself. And being alone and lonely is two different things. And that's what people have to understand. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Did you ever feel lonely?
No, I don't, because I do so
No,
many
did you? I know you don't now, because
see, there's two different things, right? It's a loneliness when you've been with someone for a long time and then y'all part, and there's a loneliness probably if you just never had somebody at all and you're just looking to be in that relationship, right? But either way, in either particular situation, you have to love yourself. And I'm telling you, the people will come to you. The loneliness will subside, right? You know what I'm saying? And you will have a better, clearer mindset to get with somebody and have some discernment and know if this person that's coming to you is right for you or not right for you. Do you know what I mean? But if you're in a desperate situation, the devil can come to you and you're thinking right, and he'll get on his knees and propose to you, and you'll be in a whole hot mess. So you have to give themselves a moment to grow through what they're going through. And once you grow through it, you'll understand that it's not really that bad and it's not that serious. I mean, for you to sit there and say you prayed about it, you prayed about it, but did you wait to hear God's answer? And Steve Harvey likes to sit there like he's the authority on everything when it comes to relationships, right? But he doesn't really want to address his past relationships and how he got to the point where he's at now. And let's be clear. Marjorie is running his entire relationship, okay? Marjorie, and she's the puppet master, and she's doing whatever she wants to do in that relationship. And if you're a side piece that wants to level up, you got to go ahead, follow Marjorie, because when you can get a man to adopt your adult children, darn near, you done did the darn thing. You got to give us some credit.
Come on, diva.
Right? Because there's not, listen, Drew Sidora from the Real Housewives of Atlanta couldn't get Ralph to adopt her oldest son. Okay? But Marjorie got him to adopt 3. Okay? I think she got 3. Right. And they all got the Harvey last name now, and they're benefiting from that name. But his own children and his own ex-wives, he did dirty. Okay?
Right.
And he's still doing the adult children dirty, but Lori Harvey is the queen bee. She's sitting on the throne in that Harvey household, okay? Whatever she want to do, they got her back. So I'm just saying, but in terms of a female and you just feeling like you're lonely and alone, you got to start to find some things to do, get into some crafts, go to yoga, do something. You got to get yourself out there to distract your mind from constantly thinking, oh, I need
there you go.
Exactly.
Find some other things to do. And trust me, you will find the man. They in the supermarkets, Target, Walmart, you're going to bump into them. But you'll bump into them and then you'll know whether or not do I really want to get involved with this person? Is this person good for me? Or is this person a whole hot mess? And in this day and age, when you got access to the internet and you can find out anything about somebody, if you get involved with someone that's been locked up, that got a whole history behind them, you didn't want to see the red flags. You wanted to ignore them. When a push of a button, you can find out so much about a person, and even sometimes just simply going through their social media.
And you know what? She should be specific about what she's praying for. She might have just been praying for a man, but after I got divorced, I was specific. I wanted a man who was going to love me for me. I asked for a man who loved God, and I asked for a man who would love me and my children. And my husband and I, my second husband and I, we've been married now for 23 years. We celebrated this month.
Congrats. That's a blessing. Congratulations to y'all.
Thank you. So you have to be specific in your prayers, because you ask for a man, he'll give you Bobo the ho-ho.
Yes, yeah.
And that you were raising your hand. Did you want to say something, or did you feel the spirit?
Oh no. I was feeling the spirit from Diva.
Can I say something though?
I just want to say hi and bye and thank you all. I love you all. You feel like you're part of my family. And I'm so glad I was able to get in. First time, not a first time listener, but first time viewer to be on this thing.
Thank you,
God bless.
Bye.
Okay, take care.
Voodoo. You're saying everybody hating Steve Harvey. What are they hating about him?
Who's saying that?
I don't think they hating Steve Harvey. It's just that Steve Harvey wrote a book about women and how they should date, and then raised a. I don't want to say the wrong words on your show. You know what I'm saying? But semi-raised somebody that didn't exhibit what was in the book, and then also he has a bad record of hooking people up. He just does.
Yep.
I don't know somebody he hooked up that was actually successful. Hell, not even his own wife. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like with Shirley, you around here writing a letter to the judge talking about you want your husband to come home. Did you not hear the judge say no children and no dogs or no pets or none of that? You have kids and you might have a little poodle running around there. Do you have a parakeet? Do you have you know what I'm saying? A cat? Do you have? She might have a mice that she got put in a little cage. He can't be around them.
Right.
And it's just like, girl, it's just the desperation. You gotta listen as women. I'm just saying this as women. When we start talking about praying for a man, I personally wouldn't suggest praying for a man at all. I would suggest praying for happiness, abundance. I would suggest praying for being able to be, to live life good. You know what I mean? And have a happy life. That's all, because all that other stuff falls under that tree. Because I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm gonna ask you this. So you said Steve wrote that book as a man telling women how to date?
Yeah. The book was Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. And look, the whole thing was, I'm sorry, Perry, but he was saying, wait 90 days before you have intercourse and all of this and all of that. Well, is Lori waiting 90 days? Because it's looking like it's 90 seconds. Okay.
That part.
And that's what I was about ready to say. How come he didn't tell Lori this?
Did Marjorie wait 90 days?
Oh,
whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Damn.
No.
The whole thing is a mess. And I'm really confused about talking so freely in the jailhouse. It just doesn't make sense. They're recording, or you just what? It just doesn't make sense. He's not the only person that did it. Tory Lanez did it. You're in jail, dummy.
Not to mention, and they tell you when you pick up the phone, this phone call will be recorded.
Hello, exactly.
So after that, it's no holds bar. It's just whatever happens after that.
Damn.
Well, y'all, opinion, what's gonna happen? You think this is done, not one and done, or is this gonna be a whole 6 weeks reporting of this?
They said they got 15 more counts.
Yeah, it's gonna be some more reporting, because let me tell you something. When you're a creeper like this, baby, it's a lot of skeletons that we waiting to come out. Let me tell you something. For you to be this conniving, for you to be this sick, like that's a level of sickness I've never seen before. You can do this to children. You can do it to animals. You ain't got no morals. Your compass is already broken. I don't even want to see what's next.
Yeah, they said 15 more coming. 15.
Yeah,
15.
And notice they said they already got 4 counts. So I want to know what in your head, like, what is attractive to you about an animal? Like, so you just on the farm just tearing it up. Like, I mean, for real. Like, I just don't.
No. Perry was saying this. So we were talking about it earlier. He was giving me everything that he found out. And Perry, you feel that drugs are involved? Why do you feel that way? And just with him, not Shirley.
No. I'm just saying, you out there, what they say, theft with mischief. You out there stealing with a mask on. Where is this money that you stealing? Like, why are you getting put out if you out here scamming people for their money, right? Obviously, it's not going for rent. So, I mean,
you messy.
It got to be something. Hey, look, I'm telling you, a person like that has to be on something.
Yeah.
No, I see what you're saying. Where's the money? Where's the money?
Where is the money going, Diva? What?
And they didn't buy a house. That's my first thought when I was hearing it. I was listening.
I was like, so why are you renting?
Yeah.
If he took $1 million from Charleston White, that should have been a house.
That part. That part.
It's giving Simone and Rashid. That's what it's giving.
How much is Steve paying her?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
I hope it ain't a lot for her to read no damn letter. We don't need to.
Right.
It just feels like she's supposed to make a lot of money. I feel like Charlemagne makes a lot of money. I don't know, but I don't know. It's just
and they've been doing that show for over a decade. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Yeah. Whew. And they're syndicated like all over.
Well, y'all, part one.
After all those letters she read, she couldn't get a clue.
She had a podcast too, her and Carla.
Oh no. Are you serious?
Yeah, they had some kind of podcast a couple of years ago where the two of them would answer questions. They would call it Seagram's, something with Seagram's. But yeah, they were doing it would be I think it was on Facebook or something. But it was some kind of little podcast that she and Carla had together.
And she's still giving advice.
Let me say this just in case I get another cease and desist. Shirley, we're not trying to drag you. We're shocked as to what's going on. We don't understand why you wrote that letter. We really don't understand it. And we're worried about you.
I feel sorry for her.
Yeah, we do. We're worried about you. This is coming from a place of shock. We just the animals.
Shocking.
It's shocking. It's shocking. I don't think I've heard anybody else have a court order to stay away from animals.
I know that's
Cheryl, are we
That's the
worried
first.
about her when she offered up a house for this man to hide?
Yeah, exactly. She's in on it too.
Yeah, see now.
I'm
You know
trying
what?
to stop a cease and desist, Diva.
I got to
Okay, I'm
change
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
No, you speak your point. You're saying that Shirley is ignoring all of the signs.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
she just rolling right through that stop sign.
100%. Gee,
Yeah.
she rolled right through it. She blew right through it and she crashed and burned. Okay, if you didn't know, but you're hearing it and there's some accusations, I'm not getting on the phone offering you. And then it's somebody else's house. It's you dragging Steve into this now. Like, you offering up Steve's house. So now that's going to mean that Steve knows, like Perry was saying. You think she offered his house without Steve knowing? Like, how was she got the keys and gotten him there, right? And probably was going to fly him over there on Steve's private jet. I mean, this thing is going deep and far now.
It is.
It's gonna be more people caught up in it than you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Steve Harvey can't be trusted either. He ain't no good.
Oh.
I mean,
I said it.
Okay,
yeah, he said it.
I was
Right?
ready to say,
You know, I
Denzel
can't.
said it.
I said it. They didn't. I did.
But something ain't right. It's not right. We're really concerned, Shirley. It is not adding up. It's not making any sense. Steve Harvey is not making. Why is she just offering your house? So we're the public. We are invested. When we hear things about
You probably know about Steve skeletons in his closet because he ain't clean neither. Okay.
Exactly, opinion.
Let's talk about it.
y'all take us through the good times with you, but y'all try not to take us through the bad times. And once we invested, we have a right to know. You're a celebrity. You opened your life to the public.
Sherelle, I want to ask you something. What is wrong with her though? What is wrong with her? And she knew allegedly that he can't be around no kids or pets. I mean animals. She knew allegedly that he cannot be around children or animals. What is wrong with her? Like,
See
come
what I'm
on
saying,
now.
Shirley? That's the
Common
public.
sense.
They do not understand it. We don't understand. It doesn't make sense. We know
It really
Well,
doesn't.
when you desperate for anything, a piece of a man is better than none at all. Let me tell you something. You better find you a friend in Jesus and know that he always right there. And you better
Amen.
not settle for nothing less.
Amen.
That's a fact. And and listen, wherever he go when he get out of jail, he better hope a deer don't go through the backyard because he gonna be back behind them bars.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna wrestle him down to the ground and put him behind them bars if a deer or a dog happen to pass through his yard. So he might want to go stay in a high rise or something because this ain't gonna work out.
Y'all are messy. Sound off really quick. I was getting ready to wrap it up. Go ahead, Banji.
Okay, so I watched the whole
hearing.
And Sherelle,
what?
At some point, if you watch the whole thing,
I did not watch the whole thing.
Okay, that's why I'm gonna tell you. He slumps forward on his chair, and the judge says to him, "Man, this is serious. Sit up straight while your lawyers are talking." And I was like, of course he needs to sit up straight. After that prosecutor started saying you need to stay away from kids and animals, I was like, well, Shirley better not have a rover rolling by her house. Because when somebody I used to be a court-appointed special advocate for children when in Oklahoma County. And one thing that we were trained was if somebody is willing to hurt children,
Mm.
there is no moral compass whatsoever. And I learned then that even when someone is accused, you cannot let your guard down until they're exonerated or there is evidence to prove someone hasn't done it. I know it happens every day, but for someone with his felonious history, when they started going through everything that he has been charged and been doing for probably, it's been several decades now, because he started doing these illegal things a long time ago.
A long time.
And remember, the last time we talked about Steve, I told you, don't listen to that man. When his name came up, I wasn't shocked. I was like, yeah, it sounds about right. Because if you can marry somebody who is somehow mixed up with booger sugar and a lot of other things, and the ex-husband is willing to come and sit with Tasha K and spill all the beans, there is more to the story than what the narrative that he has sold to mainstream America and all these networks. It's high time someone did a deep dive in Steve's background, and I will tell you,
you can't do it. You can't.
And someone like me who's shady as hell, blast.
You can't do a deep dive into Steve Harvey. He'll threaten you.
Okay.
Wow.
That's the thing. Why is he threatening people who are just interested in finding out about his past?
He will threaten you. And it's not worth it. You Bernie Mac, through, you'll give it up. He will threaten you, tell you to take this down, that down.
Yeah.
So,
he's evil. He's evil.
I don't know. I don't want to say evil because I'm not trying to get assist.
Yeah, but
he can't be trusted.
What is supposed to be their friend to somebody who, and why didn't that woman who is a public figure do her own background check?
Maybe she knows. She wrote
definitely
the letter to the judge. She knows.
Exactly.
They've been married almost 8 years. She knows something about the guy. Like,
the girlfriend.
I know.
And then she's listening to all these testimonies. You know,
she knows.
It's crazy.
She everything. She know the girlfriend's name and everything.
Right.
She know the girlfriend name, where she live.
And that's what I'm saying, because I understand that he spent time in Florida too. But she spent enough time with him when he home with her to know something ain't right with Ernesto.
Something ain't right.
You know, he got some problems.
Sherelle.
And I've been shocked if this is the first time he's ever been suspected of being inappropriate with children. I would be shocked.
Oof.
Or let Rover and the cats and okay, I'll stop.
No,
that's it.
No, I was going to start listing off animals.
Well, you guys, that's what's going down. This has been going on for 3 days. I have a feeling this is going to get worse. I believe there's going to be another hearing. Oh, I can't remember. August. I can't remember. But we'll keep you updated, and it's just a mess.
Can I ask you something real quick, Sherelle? Is she still with that man?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
She wrote a letter for her man to come home. And let me say this, and I'm going to drop down and let y'all have it, girl.
Okay.
I just want to give my strawberry letter to Shirley. This is my letter. You know what I'm saying? And it starts off saying, Shirley, this is Barbara. Just leave Scooby-Doo down there with the Scooby-Doo snacks. Find you a better man.
Snacks.
I promise you there's a better man out there. He might not look the way you want him to look. He might not make the money you want him to make. But there's a better man than Scooby-Doo in the Scooby-Doo crew.
Exactly.
Now ordered to stay away from children, pets, and you too. You know what I mean? So I just want Shirley to do better. And I've urged all the people who listen to the Steve Harvey Morning Show in the morning, get up and call down there to the show. I don't know if they go on Saturdays, but
that's
Monday.
a good idea. Keep going.
Get up and call down to the show and ask Steve what is going on with this case. Where is her husband? Why has she been on the air for a whole year and has not mentioned that her husband was clank to clank behind the bars, behind them kids and them doggone pets. I need answers. We all need answers.
We need
gonna
answers,
get the
Shirley.
answers.
Yes.
We are the media of the United States of the America. Okay,
Come
so
on
we gonna
now.
get the answers. I just want Shirley to come clean and say, look, I was just desperate. I just needed somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then we can move on from there. We can get your therapy and we can move from there.
And that's
But Shirley, this is my last words to Shirley until we hear more information. But Shirley, I just want to say I don't feel sorry for you. You know to some extent what he was doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He
Exactly.
can't get away with a lot of the things that he's gotten away with without your knowledge. So for that, just because you were desperate, this is where you land yourself. And if them people call down there and wrestle you down to the ground behind your husband, then it's just going to be what it is. And that's just it. So y'all, I enjoyed my time on the chat, y'all. See y'all later. I will be on the next live. I try to catch y'all. I always miss y'all, but I will definitely make sure my notifications are coming through because I don't get the notifications like that. And I hate that.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Hit that unsubscribe, subscribe back, and then that notification bell, hit all. It works for me because mine has stopped too.
Okay, I will do. But I love y'all. Y'all have a good evening.
You too.
Take care. Take care. Take care.
Can I say one more thing, Sherelle?
Yeah, really quickly. Go ahead.
So this is for Shirley. Shirley, this is bounty. So we all pray and believe that God hears us and answers our prayers. But sometimes God wants us to just sit by ourselves
Amen.
and live life to the fullest by ourselves. If we need therapy, we go to therapy and deal with whatever we need to deal with. That might lead us to a no good, animal loving, child abusing individual. It's important for you to know who you are before you want to hitch your wagon to somebody else who you are going to learn about and don't know. Life is hard, but trying to divorce a felon is going to be hard.
Yep.
I give you God.
There are women out there. There are women out there. Diva is a huge inspiration. Look at her thriving career. There is life after men.
It is.
Yes,
it
there
is.
life after divorce.
Amen.
Hey, look.
If she feel like she just
Sorry,
got
Perry.
on,
No. What she's saying, that don't mean give up on men.
Right.
No.
but if she feel like she just gotta have one, tell her order from Candy.
I was about to say that.
Oh,
All right, you guys. This has been a good show. You guys,
it was.
please, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button on your way out. We will keep you posted on this. This is a mess. Everyone, thank you for your super chats. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. I'm simply out of time. On 3, everybody, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3.
Bye. Love
Bye,
y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Love y'all.